Some mysteries are so vast, so deeply unsettling, that they defy logic and challenge everything we think we know. One such case occurred on the night of March 8, 2014, when Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 vanished without a trace. A modern commercial airliner with 239 passengers and crew on board disappeared into thin air. No distress signals, no mayday calls, just silence. And what followed was one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, heading toward Beijing, China. It was a routine flight, nothing unusual about it. The aircraft, a Boeing 777, was considered one of the safest and most reliable in the world. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Farik Abdul Hamid were experienced pilots, trusted by their airline and their passengers. Everything seemed normal as the plane climbed to cruising altitude and prepared for the long journey ahead. Then, at 1:19 a.m., something strange happened. As the aircraft left Malaysian airspace and prepared to enter Vietnamese airspace, the co-pilot's last recorded words came through, "Good night, Malaysian 370. A minute later, the plane's transponder was turned off. Air traffic controllers lost contact, and MH370 vanished from radar. It was as if the plane had been erased from existence. In the hours that followed, confusion spread among aviation authorities. Military radar later detected an unidentified aircraft making an unexpected turn to the west, back over Malaysia. It flew across the country, past the island of Penang, and then out into the vastness of the Indian Ocean. But why? And more importantly, who was in control? This erratic flight path defied logic. Was the plane hijacked? Did the pilots make a desperate attempt to turn back due to an emergency? Or was something far stranger at play? Search efforts began almost immediately. The South China Sea was scoured for wreckage, but nothing was found. As more data emerged, investigators realized the plane had not crashed where they initially thought. Satellite signals revealed that the aircraft had continued flying for up to 7 more hours after contact was lost. It followed a mysterious path, heading deep into the remote Indian Ocean, far from any land. The aircraft's final moments, determined through satellite pings, suggested it had gradually lost altitude before vanishing from tracking data forever. But if that's the case, why did it fly there? And why has so little debris ever been found? The mystery deepens when considering the eerie silence from everyone on board. If the flight continued for hours, why was there no distress signal? No calls or text messages from passengers? No attempt to communicate with air traffic control? Even in hijack situations, there is often some sign of struggle, yet here, nothing. Was the cabin depressurized, rendering everyone unconscious as the plane flew on autopilot toward its doom? Or was there an orchestrated effort to prevent anyone from reaching out? The Indian Ocean is one of the most remote and hostile places on Earth, making recovery efforts incredibly challenging. Despite multinational search operations involving some of the most advanced deep-sea scanning technology, the exact location of the wreckage remains unknown. For years, pieces of the plane have slowly washed up on distant shores, but they offer no definitive answers. Instead, they fuel more speculation, leaving behind an unsettling question. What really happened to Flight MH370? Over the years, pieces of wreckage have washed up on the shores of Africa and remote islands, including a wing flapper discovered on Réunion Island. Experts confirmed these belonged to MH370, but they provided little clarity on what truly happened that night. The black boxes, which could hold the answers, remain missing to this day, lost somewhere in the abyss. The absence of crucial data has only fueled speculation, turning what could have been a straightforward investigation into a web of uncertainty and frustration. Several theories have emerged. Some suggest mechanical failure, perhaps a fire or a sudden decompression that rendered the crew unconscious, leaving the aircraft to fly on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. Others point to a deliberate act. Was it hijacked? Did the pilot intentionally crash it? Captain Zahari, in particular, has been scrutinized. His home flight simulator reportedly contained a similar flight path to the one MH370 took. But without evidence, this remains speculation. Some experts argue that human intervention is the only plausible explanation, while others insist that without definitive proof, every theory is as likely as the next. More outlandish theories propose something even more sinister. Was the plane secretly intercepted and shot down? Did it land at a hidden location? Could there have been classified cargo on board that made it a target? And then there are the truly bizarre claims: abduction by extraterrestrials, secret government experiments, or even a journey into another dimension. When a mystery is this large, imagination fills the gaps. Some researchers have even drawn comparisons to past aviation disappearances, such as the infamous case of Amelia Earhart, where speculation still runs rampant decades later. Despite one of the most extensive search operations in history, costing hundreds of millions of dollars and involving multiple nations, MH370 remains unfound. The disappearance has left the world with more questions than answers. Families of the victims continue to seek closure, demanding renewed efforts to find the truth. And as technology improves, perhaps one day, the ocean will finally give up its secrets. But with each passing year, the likelihood of recovery diminishes, and the wreckage, if it exists, continues to sink deeper into the ever-changing seabed. The search for MH370 is not just about finding a lost aircraft. It has become a symbol of human determination in the face of the unknown. Investigators, scientists, and aviation experts refuse to let the mystery fade into history, knowing that solving this case could prevent similar disappearances in the future. If new evidence emerges, if new search efforts are launched, then maybe, just maybe, the puzzle pieces will finally come together. Until then, Flight MH370 remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time. A modern-day vanishing act that defies explanation. What really happened that night? Was it an accident, a crime, or something beyond our comprehension? The answers may still be out there, somewhere beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. Until that day comes, the world watches and waits, hoping that one of aviation's darkest enigmas will finally be brought into the light. What do you think? Was this a tragic accident? Or is there more to the story than we're being told? Let us know in the comments. And as always, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never stop questioning.